Alright guys, in this video we're going to take the full unedited look at that conversation that we had while we were at Tinley with that whole round table of breeders. There's some great stuff in here, so I'm not going to make this too long. There's no intro, there's no outro. I'm not playing games with any of that stuff. I hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace. Oh yeah, Brian Cusco, you're the man. Thanks for all your material. I hijacked it. Some of mine had like critical errors. I don't know what happened. But thank you, Brian Cusco. You're tagged. You're in the comments. Peace.
Look, some lights over there. See if these.
Couch spot. There's yeah, we're gonna need to turn these on because otherwise we're not gonna see anybody in the back.
The room lighting over there, Carrie, right behind the.
Gotta get a little turn on the rest of the lights on here.
Going on my wallet.
I got a lighter.
Lift the.
I can open your ball.
Oh, that made it way better.
I usually wear
that was the other way.
Oh, we got mood lighting.
Okay, hold on now, guys.
She's Canadian, she'll figure it out.
Give her time.
Oh no, okay.
Give her time.
Who said it?
There's a switch.
I don't know. I'm not touching it.
There has to be these lights.
I'm not touching it. Everybody made her feel sorry.
All these light bulbs are here.
I'm gonna need therapy after this.
Oh, we're shooting this way.
Thanks to Miguel.
Wait, what happened?
Now, YouTubers, I don't know if you knew about this, but you have to put an SD card in your camera.
Okay, shit. That was what I've been screwing up.
That's what's going on. That's why I have no footage.
Damn it.
Do you have one? I have one. Thank you.
Oh, it's Chris. Oh, it's Chris down there. Chris, yeah, you got these lights. No, that's good. We need these ones on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Oh, look at that.
Game changer.
If you guys want, I don't know how wide you guys' shots are or whatnot, but if you guys want, like, I can make a Dropbox folder and drop this to because my camera is super wide angle and I can catch everybody in the couches and I'll hit record the whole time and cut nothing. Yeah, and then I can Dropbox.
That would be awesome, Brian, because I don't.
What would be even cooler is if you guys want, I'll create the Dropbox folder and I'll give everybody the link and everybody can drop in their files so we can all have access to every.
We're not being in it.
Can I just do that then? Yeah, take
Sweet.
an angle from over on this side.
There we go. I'm set. Who's sitting here?
Miguel's here.
Miguel's here.
Dave, you're there. Jim's
here.
Oh no, I'm gonna see.
Oops. Wash this.
Oh, that's good.
You like that?
Oh man.
What is it?
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, buddy.
That's probably
better half.
Let me know.
Look at that ABV, bub. Flip that around. Look at that ABV.
What? Was that the confirmation? No, I didn't. I didn't get anything.
That's good right there, man.
Where did you guys no comment drinking this?
In the back of it.
Through B of A.
Oh, that's you. I got it for you.
Put your phone.
Oh, you got this for me?
Yeah.
And it'll send it.
Let me try it first.
Well, I don't have Bank of America. It doesn't matter. Oh, really? It sends to like Wells Fargo?
No, but how do you really feel about it? That's what I want to know.
Oh.
I don't know that I've officially met you.
I'm Jim.
You're Nick.
Yeah.
You gotta try it again.
Okay, yeah, let me know.
The first one's a little rough.
Chris, you coming in here?
No, there's no.
I'm down.
No,
So I'm getting everybody. I'm getting the entire couch.
Yeah.
And everybody back here. Quarter.
Did you already press play on your?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna record this whole night.
I don't know how it knows. That makes no sense to me. Wow.
It is all you guys.
Have we got everyone?
Yeah,
I think
so.
so.
we got upstairs.
Upstairs is Eric.
I think we got everybody who matters.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that.
He's honest.
I didn't say that.
Now, what cameras are we going to be looking at when we're talking?
You don't have to. I think we're just talking.
We're having a yakety yak. We're having a good old fashioned yakety yak.
Jesse.
Gavin from.
cleaning crew.
Yeah. Wait till he starts.
It's a great song.
Come on.
Lisa doesn't bite unless you ask.
I like to keep.
Fight, Lisa, fight!
Alright, so Gavin had a great idea to get everybody together and do a. I'll wait for Dave.
Applaud and cheer after everything I say.
I'm practicing right now.
So Gavin had a great idea to get a bunch of people together after the show, and we're gonna just sit around and talk and let the cameras roll. There's like 17 different cameras around here, people recording, and this is. I'm just basically turning this into a Cusco Uncut. So let's go.
It's Cusco Uncut.
Cusco Uncut.
This is, oh, I didn't know.
You know what that means? No, it's everybody's episode. But this is the coolest one because every time I've done mine before, it's just like me. And then I recently incorporated Garrett's daughter for one of them, and now it's
very broad. Yeah.
Now it's huge.
We got a big family for the Cusco
International.
Yeah,
man.
It's international.
International. Canada, UK.
Mexico.
Mexico.
Minnesota. Unsure if it's Canada or the.
So what's everyone's thoughts on the show? I mean, this is my first experience of Tinley, but for you guys who have probably been before, what's your general thoughts of the Tinley show?
I'll tell you, the first time that I went to Tinley, like halfway through the show, I immediately decided I'm coming back for the show every single year. Because for whatever reason, this show seems to be a place where the people really come together.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other big shows out there, but this one, like, it feels like everybody becomes family at this show.
Yeah.
And that's my
mecca for sure.
Yeah.
Of like
It's
reptile
almost a
shows.
celebration of the breeders as much as it is a show for the.
Absolutely.
animals.
I always say we're like a bunch of carnies. Because we all live in like different places, but we all get together at like every show, whether it be this show or another show, and we all know each other and we all see each other, and you know, we're just a bunch of reptile carnies is what we are.
It's weird. I was talking to somebody about that I was just talking about snakes, and I was like, it's kind of weird, you know, we all like snakes, but here I am now swearing I'll be at Tinley every year, and it's all because of a ball python that got me here.
Right.
Now all these people I've met, it's incredible. This whole thing is just silly.
Yeah, and we've talked about that I don't know how many times. Yeah. You know, the snakes bring you here, but then you get here and like the snake conversation like this weekend really hasn't been like overly excessive. I mean, you ask a question, you talk about, but there's been a lot more personal conversation, like knowing people and finding so many other things in common with people from all over the world. It's that, I mean, that's what's really exciting.
For sure. I mean, I think with YouTube, you get a sense of, and I've said this and we've talked about this before, you get to know the person be, you know, not just buying the snake, but you know them on a personal level, and I think you end up feeling like you've met them before.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. And I think I certainly feel that way about you guys, and meeting people like yourselves who are on YouTube, or I've seen you do interviews with other people, you do feel like you know them already. So it's almost like, hey, how you doing? And it's like, well, hang on, no, this is our first introduction.
That's right.
Do you know?
You're just connecting all the other dots. You know what I mean? Like it's, you have all your little bullet points already there, and you're just tying it all together, and it's easy.
It's awesome.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So Gavin, are these any, was this show any different from the ones out there in UK? And if so, like, what is the difference?
Yeah, so in the UK, there's one organisation that really hosts the main 3 shows. So there's like one in June, one in September, and one in November. Size-wise, it's probably about as big, if not a bit bigger, because they've got like a big hall, and then they've got like a first floor and a second floor.
Oh wow!
That they can open.
All Reptiles?
Yeah. And it's in London, right?
No, it's in Doncaster.
Okay, how far?
So it's like sort of, it's north of London. So from Birmingham, where I'm from, it's about an hour and a half.
So like Houghton to Amsterdam, it's the same kind of
yeah. So it's bigger in that sense, and there's no real divides. So when we're walking around Tinley, you've got like loads of divides which are dividing the aisles, and then you've got people's banners and stuff like that. You haven't really got that in the UK. We're not allowed to really show banners.
Same in Australia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows here too. I mean, not Tinley obviously or Pomona, but there's some shows where they don't have any pipe and drape, and it's just kind of open floor style.
Right. Hey, can you shut that door up there real quick so we? Thanks. Well, yeah.
Jesse, I'm gonna have you
hear the other
I just hear the conversation up there. Yeah.
They're having a good conversation up there too, though.
Thanks you again, Alan.
Yes, chronic.
You know what chronic is? Not like chronic pain.
No, I know what chronic is.
Now you do what you do.
Yeah, no, it is.
Did you have that tally there?
Yeah, it was the album. It came out like 92, I think. 92, and then he put another one in 2001.
Oh,
and it like took over the rap industry.
I'll just drink to that.
Yeah.
Did you get straight A's?
What are you guys doing up there?
I'm shutting the door. Yeah, I decided to shut the door, guys.
What are you guys doing back there?
Great idea. Thanks, Joe.
Listening. Here, doing my best.
Okay.
It's safer that way.
Alright. And take 2. Is that what you said?
So we're talking about the expos in England.
Yeah, so it's very much like I said, you know, it's you can't really show your banners or who you are, because then it can be where the actual show is. That it's sort of in the area, it could be classed as a business.
Right.
So that's why they'd rather not put the brand name out there like Balls to You or AEP or State 48 Exotics. It's just literally who you are. You could have Dave Kauffman, that's fine, or you know Gavin Adkins,
of course
that's fine. But you just can't.
We're supposed to lie.
But yeah, but you know, pretty much everything is virtually the same.
Yeah.
One thing that really got me here was like the equipment. So what you guys have got here that we haven't got in the UK is completely. It's crazy what you've got. What's the word?
Like
what you've got available at your dispense. If you like different types of rack people, you know, different type of egg boxes I saw. You know, you've got Zilla, you've got some other brands.
Ectothermic.
Yeah, Ectothermic. We've got Ectothermic, but what I'm saying is you've got more to choose from.
Yeah, we have Freedom Breeder, ARS, and then you can go into your plastics and you can
TGR,
go...
tallgrass reptiles and stuff. So there's so much more variety here, and obviously it's over 2 days, where the ones in Europe and England, it's like 1 day on the Sunday. So it's literally...
And they're crazy.
Yeah.
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 Ham.
Imagine Tinley in 1 day.
Man. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. So like on the Saturday here, it was quite good because you had like a relaxing sort of, you could have a walk around and have a look, and you know, and then on the Sunday, then that's probably where you go and do your deals, and you know, you go and get the snakes that you want, you know. Yeah. So that's really how it differs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just an amazing experience, and anyone in the UK, you know, if they get a chance to come over here, they need to come over here and experience it. Or obviously even the Canada shows, you know, anywhere, as long as they can experience a main show. Yeah. I just think they need to come over here and experience it.
And this is your first time at Tinley, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mine too.
So
mine too.
Really? Wow, a lot of virgins. All right.
Yeah.
So. It's really good, and so.
Are you coming back next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the auction was amazing.
They broke records this year at the auction.
What was the
It was almost 100 grand.
Oh, it was 163. 161, something like that.
$1,000.
Wow. In 4 hours.
You know what?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The people in that room, not everyone bred ball pythons. You know, there was other, but we all came together to get that fund money. You know, raise it and just give. And that was really touching, you know.
Yeah, that was amazing. This one was really cool.
Yeah, most of it was from crickets, I think.
Yeah, Timberlake.
Yeah,
Timberlake just demolished it.
That's right.
Well, it's amazing
and
that
it needed a 10.
At every auction, there's like someone in the reptile community that needs something, and the entire community comes together. Right.
Right.
Auction,
That's what I love about it.
Takes care of somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody needs something. This community comes together.
We don't see that a lot. Outside of the reptile industry.
There's a lot of passion. This show there's a lot of passion behind it. Not that other people throw other shows aren't passionate about it, but Brian and Bob. I mean, Brian's got some fire in his blood, man. That guy is coming with some hard passion.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's pretty high energy.
I love that man.
Yeah,
I really do.
I did a little interview with him at the end of the show there in the back room, and he's starting to tear up and cry about stuff. He's just got he's really passionate about what he's doing over there, so it really shows through, I think, in the show.
I do believe. So I spoke to Brian last night, and we talked about the shows over in England, because we can't auction animals in England. It's not can't do. But what we spoke about was trying to do something like what we had last night over in England, regarding trying to raise money for a particular cause. And he just said, yeah, organise it, I'll be there in November. He's just like, he's that passionate. He's like, when's your next show? November? I'm there. I'm coming. And you're like, wow. You know, I didn't mean like straight away. But yeah, if you want to come, you come, you know. So yeah, yeah, it just really, yeah. It's so for me, I just feel so welcomed and sort of everyone's took me under their wings and stuff.
Good.
And it's really good.
Yeah,
really
good.
awesome.
I just want to point out too how last year it's just really weird that this was my bedroom last year and somehow this year.
You like this house?
We're all in your bedroom.
Yeah, we are. It's a great
on this thing
bedroom.
with all these barriers out there.
That one's a good one.
Oh, I
That's a
gotcha.
good
Was
one.
this
really at the same house?
I gotcha.
Yeah, this was my bedroom last year.
Was your head
My
right
name's
where I'm
Jake.
sitting?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I was anticipating.
Yeah.
You just saw that last year.
Really good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what was everyone's thoughts on particular projects, or what was everyone excited for or to see? You know?
I'm always
Was there
excited to
anything?
see what's on Justin's table.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm starting to get biased towards him, and people are just probably thinking he's like paying me off to say stuff. But he has the best ball pythons, in my opinion. Like when I go to see his table, it's just like hands down everything across the table. And Ozzy has some badass stuff too.
Ozzy was right
Yeah,
there.
Ozzy stuff was definitely
I
killer.
couldn't leave his table.
It was one thing to see a picture. It was another thing to see it in person. It was,
Yeah.
it was
I have to
insane.
bring like paper towels with me when I go out. Oh, sorry. I do.
No, I'm with you
Clean up all the room.
on the Justin thing though. I just think what he brings, not only does he bring like awesome stuff, but the way he promotes and makes it very exciting for everyone, like the unveiling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah.
So when you're going and you see a little glimpse of something, but you don't really get to see all of it, then you get there and it's like
Sets the hook.
boom, it's right. It's kind of like when they do the unveilings of a new car.
Yeah.
They put it like they put a little sheet on, and then you kind of see how it's gonna look, but you really don't get the actual look. So when you get there, you're just like blown away.
Yeah.
So I think what he brings as far as the cool combinations on the snakes, but the way he presents them is, to me, it's like what's killer.
He's proven that multiple times by bringing value back to morphs that had been like kind of thrown down.
Exactly.
Like everybody's trying to get this morph that nobody cared about.
That's the other thing. I was
He's
just
holding
quickly
the
going
value of the
yeah.
ball python.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, so Justin's obviously sort of, you know, up there if you like, but he's not using brand new genes. He's using genes that we've already got.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
Yeah.
and
That's
he's
a
just
very
going,
good point.
you know, the spot nose,
Yeah.
you know, the chocolate.
He's seeing the
project.
Yeah.
He resurrected.
Yes, he's resurrected. Yeah, you know.
Lazarus.
Simple genes. It's made them mean a lot more.
They just don't. He doesn't give up on it.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool is he finds where it works,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my god, we need red stripe.
And that's what I did. I did an interview with Ozzy, and Ozzy's sort of thing was, just stick at it. You know, don't lose track. Just stick at it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working the projects through, and that's Ozzy's way. And both of them, for me, are market leaders. For me, the way I see it.
100%.
And Justin's got his way. Ozzy's got his way, and they both work. Like you said, Justin resurrects genes that we forget about. And then you've got Ozzy who just brings another level, and you're like, and you're like,
yeah, this was my first time actually ever seen any of Ozzy stuff, and I honestly was blown away. Like I saw his stuff, and I was just like, I was just stuck there the whole time. I was like, when I'm trying to like create something, he's like 10 years ahead on something. Like, wow, how did you even do that?
Do that Super Orange Dream like bongo Cindy thing.
Yeah. Dude, the one that to me was the Orange Dream Banana Super Gravel.
Yeah, that one.
It's like,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Like, okay, you know? It's just like we said, both of them bring it a whole different way, and that's what kind of makes it, you know, very unique on their end. And you know, there's just so much more like room to grow as well.
Ozzy doesn't know this, but I've got that snake right here.
Is that why you ran away?
He does now.
He does now.
So I'll get it off.
I think the first time we walked away from his table, the first thing you said is, "So what do you think of his stuff?" And I'm like, I don't know. And you're like, I can't put the puzzles together like how I would do that. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get that far. I'm just like drooling and like, you know, deer in the headlights just looking at this stuff. Because I've seen it on Facebook, I've seen the pictures, but when you see it like for real, like it's another 20% on top of what you've seen pictures of. It just doesn't come through.
The other thing, yeah, exactly. And the other thing is as well is it's not just what they're putting. They're not just throwing those genes together. They're looking for the best of those genes. Is that the best example of a spot nose I can find, or a red stripe? And then they're putting them together. I think if they went for poor quality, it wouldn't look as good. And I think that's why going for quality over quantity is going to push everyone to
Quality out.
Absolutely.
Quality in, quality out.
Speaking of that, it's to get away from morphs or even ball python, Garrett's booth. Like,
What did I say?
What
did I say?
We put that
Garrett's
in our video
booth,
too.
hands down, was the best booth. But not only that, but it screamed Garrett.
That's the
It screamed Garrett.
I knew that was his booth. I didn't even.
It would have to say Reach Out Reptiles, and you go there and you're like, oh, that's Garrett.
I literally felt like I was looking into one of his YouTube videos, and like I was kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a garage or part of a basement or like wherever it is, but it felt like I was stepping back in there. It was done really well.
I think half my video from Tinley this year is going to be his booth. I filmed so much of it, and I don't want to cut any out.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to see
He said
just
it was
how
so
amazing
simple
that
too. He
was.
said he wheeled 6 things in there, plugged 1 cord to the TV,
That's insane.
and it was done. That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, he...
A lot of forethought, a lot of work before it.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I think you did a similar thing, Brian, where
that was Garrett's idea.
That looked like a room.
It makes the end user feel like they're in that room with you where they've been watching.
Every single awesome thing you see come out of my channel, it's all you can always just chalk it back to Garrett. He called me and said, "Hey, I think you should do this." And I'll do it. You ever see the video on the like the market thing, like the market ball pythons, like with the investment, like
Oh yeah,
you seen the video? There's only video where I dressed in like a suit and tie.
Yeah.
That was Garrett's.
That was a good video.
I thought it was a tearaway suit, so you could just yank it off as soon as you were done filming.
I wish that I could totally steal his idea, but I am far too lazy.
No, I feel you. I couldn't even think of something that nice, man. Mine would be so simple too.
He's definitely an idea, man.
What about you, Canada's? What do you guys think?
Honestly, we're coming back to go back to the point you guys stated at the beginning. We will be back to Tinley every year.
Nice.
We came last year for the first time.
Both of you guys?
For an hour.
Well, you don't necessarily.
I'll wait in the car.
I'm sorry.
I'll wait in the car with the windows open.
Carrie's in the car with the windows just a little bit down. But no, we love it. And last year's meeting people has just doubled or tripled, meeting so many great people. And Gavin coming in from the UK and all the people from the US. It's been incredible. Like I've followed Jim for a long time now, and to meet Jim and his wife, incredible. And just have that personal relationship. State 48 Joel, I've seen tons of videos, but never met the guy in person. I've had the pleasure, of course, of these two fine gentlemen. But it's just like getting to know everybody. It really is. It's an experience. And like you said, you talk snakes a little bit, but then you talk life and you talk...
Exactly.
And it's just, it's so awesome.
And you expand on it.
Yeah, and to create not just the like talking about the ball pythons and the snakes, but those friendships.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Like,
And
the community is so strong.
The reptiles bring us here, but then we completely go off and we start like saying like the family friends.
Exactly.
Just, you know.
Yeah. We can even make fun of each other, right?
No, nobody does that.
Here's what I love about the reptile world. Nobody sitting in this room would know each other. We wouldn't know that. We wouldn't know that we existed if it wasn't for our common love of reptiles.
Yep.
And that is.
There's a phrase that I've been running in my head a long time. Somebody said it once on a comment, once on videos, like, "Come for the snakes, stay for the family."
Yeah.
So true.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
I think that'll be the title of this.
There you go.
That will give you a hand. There we go.
Or we could just call this like Avengers 6. All come together, you know, like the Avengers.
We gotta make it land like one time. Yeah. You know? Pituophus Avengi.
For sure, Gavin will be the whole.
I'll be in the background.
Well, going back to what you were saying about, you know, things that you see at the show that you're excited about. And I love what I do. I love touring the world and finding all these really cool critters out in the wild and places that I never imagined in a million years I'd ever get to do this. The downside of that is that I can't have anything at home that misses me.
Yeah.
Because I travel so much. So I walk around this show and I'm like, want, can't, want, can't, want, can't. And I'm coming home with nothing on this trip, you know, and...
Well, that's a really shitty way to look
at it.
It's
not.
Way down.
I'm coming away with so...
Now we go is boo!
All I wanted was your sympathy.
How do you unclap?
That's funny. But no, seriously, I mean, there's so much there that I'm so excited about and just love seeing. And you know, the Abronias, I'm going to get into these one day because they are just fantastic.
That's gonna be the first lizard I want to get from
but
Oh
at
yeah.
this point right
I started
now,
falling in love with those things.
Yeah, I've either got to like hire somebody to come and take care of them when I'm gone, or
I got Jesse.
or quit going. Yeah, right.
Right. I go to the show thinking, like, I'm not gonna spend any money on animals, not gonna spend any money at all. And I don't get any animals, and then next thing I know, the auction's rolling around, and I'm like going into debt because I got to bring from a gummy one.
I come here to
But see, now going to the auction, there's a lot of stuff at the auction, and I really want to like give as much money to USR as I can. But I know as soon as I see something that I want, somebody's going to outbid me by thousands of dollars. And I'm going to be like, okay.
Oh, you need this? You need this? I was stretching. Stuck right there.
But now, you know what? You guys brought up a good point, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this. How hard was it for all of you to leave this weekend and have people watch your animals and take care of stuff and water and watch over Miguel's in trouble. But I mean, I've talked to everybody about this, I think, and we're talking to people. Nick saying the closest person's an hour and a half away. We had to have family stay at our house.
Here.
Yeah, like
there you go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bye.
I've been fortunate to have somebody that's 5 minutes down the road
Oh.
from me. But he's not going to be around forever, so I'm not sure what's going to happen if he leaves. But he might stay. I'm praying that he stays. As much as I want him to go out and explore his own life and like make something of himself, I kind of selfishly want him to stay 5 minutes down the road. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little worried. I didn't plan this one out too good.
It's really hard to find someone that you trust to take care of the animals.
And I've got
so much time and effort into
absolutely,
for you to leave out of town. That's half the battle.
Right.
Is just letting go of your animals for a couple of days that somebody else is going to take care of.
Now I have to go back to this real quick. Tina, just so you know, thank you for all for taking over Jesse's job. I love you. Because she is taking care of everything. She did the whole spot cleaning and water and everything.
You're a lucky man just for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she pulled out a clutch today.
Wow.
Send me pictures. She goes, oh, the blade clown just dropped. And she's like, I already put him in everything and put him in the incubator.
Nice.
Wow.
That's good.
And right when I was going to leave her, she became a... Damn it, there you go. She's a keeper.
What can you do?
Yeah, right?
What can you do?
You realize I'm not cutting anything out of this video.
Yeah.
So, I know Tina doesn't watch my channel anyway.
No,
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Gavin, I think this was a great idea, man.
This is a wonderful idea, yeah.
I just think, you know, we've all tried to get interviews with each other and talk on a level, and it's been really difficult. And I just think, you know what, let's just all get it, and we can all use it, and you know, chat and just like. A lot of people don't see us, or they do see us on the screen, but they don't realise that we actually are this way. That we are these people, you know. And I get it all the time, and people say, "Oh, you're actually the same as you are on the video," and that's good. And I think, like what we said before, you know, we've spoken. The reptiles have brought us together, but literally when we've been out for food, we haven't really spoken about reptiles.
We don't.
No. Rare.
Really don't.
Rare. It's usually just somebody making fun of Miguel.
Yeah.
But then,
Or Miguel.
He's never
like, you know,
that.
then we will have our spontaneous moments where me and Jim are walking around looking at certain projects and like coming up with ideas and, you know, brainstorming stuff, and then we'll switch back and we'll talk about life, and, you know, should we go and grab a coffee? Yeah, let's go and grab a coffee.
You know, something down those lines real quick, you know, so, you know, we're going through a little rough time with my family, right? So I bring my brothers. One works with reptiles, the other one does not even know anything about them, right? He thinks all snakes are the same thing. After today, he's been telling me, he was so amazed with all the morphs and stuff, he started asking me questions. Hey, what is this? What's that? And this and that. Then he told me,
That's a good point.
he goes, what do you think if I were to get like a small rack and they did this? And I was like, you know, I think it's freaking awesome. But again, this
as long as he gets them from you.
So he starts seeing all these things. He starts understanding towards the end of the day. He's like, wow, now I know why this is more expensive, why this works. And he just loved the way it all comes in. But then he talks about, man, then we go hang out. Again, we leave the whole reptile side of it.
He had a great time.
And then, and we have a good time. We're
He
going
said he was going to be coming to Pomona.
Exactly, so now he wants to go to Pomona, and he called his wife to come out here. So it's like, if I could just bring my whole family there already alone, just with all you guys, it's just amazing.
I was amazed that when we were joking around, asking him, oh, hey, Eric, what are you going to get at the show?
Oh my gosh.
He named 3 more.
That was I even recorded my case. So what are you going to get? He's a pastel, inchy, and a albino.
After 25 minutes. I didn't cut that.
I got you.
The camera stops after 25 minutes.
That's not a cut in the uncut.
You never press play? Yeah. So what do you think? Come on, you talk. What do you think about just the whole reptile community? I mean, you've been in this thing just a little on the back, you know, end of it, just underground. I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole thing? Yeah.
There's a lot of potential, you know, and then like the people itself, aside of the business, whatever hobby that you want to call it. I mean, there's a lot of good people, but the problem is, I just feel like instead of like working together, they tend to like, you know, work individually. You know what I mean? So like me and Miguel was talking about like not long ago, like why don't we create some kind of like, because the problem is like this. I found like a lot of new people that want to get into the industry, right? If they didn't get through the right person, they get screwed up, they out like completely. They be like, you know what, snake people sucks, they blah blah blah, right? But if they came across, let's say Miguel, Dave, or Justin, they'd be like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Because, you know, like they're in a presumption, like snake people, they're all like evil, blah blah blah. Even like all my family, my clients, they'd be like, why are you spending this money, you know? So I think it's better off if we can kind of like have like a not channel, like a portal, like a group, you know.
Well, we technically have that, and that's right here.
Yeah.
And this is us. So we are the ones that bring in probably a lot of fresh blood into the hobby, whether it be ball pythons, retics. You know, I've got people who watch my channel and they're not even, they want to do geckos and they want to do blue-tongued skinks, but they're so interested in the hobby that even, you know, I'm ball pythons, but I've got people with boas who watch the channel, and I dare to say you guys are the same. So for us, the way we portray ourselves and be real and show that people how to do things, I feel correctly, and be yourself, and you know, if something goes wrong, it's life. You put it right, you do your best, you know, you apologise. Don't stitch people up, and I think that's the important. It's like a new wave of breeders are coming through, and we're I say we are, I think. And that's not dogging anyone prior, but it's just a different format, a different way of doing things. And I think when I was coming up in the industry or the hobby, information, no one would share information. And that's where I've told you guys, the balls to you came from that, you know, balls to you, I'll do it myself. That's a bit of English tongue-in-cheek. And going back to what Chris said, this is the portal where we can bring and educate, whether it be picking the animals, picking the breeder, you know, how to conduct themselves on morph market, or how to price things, or just put stuff out there. And even Ozzy said today, he said, I'm seeing more and more people come to the table without impulse buying. They're actually thinking about the projects as opposed to, I'll have that.
That's good for the hobby.
100%, 100%. And what that will do, again, is just bring quality and good people. So I think you're right, Chris. We
and
do
also
need that.
Another thing that I want to bring out is maybe we can help people how to structure their so-called business. Because if they know, let's say, how to raise the money, let's say, to you know, to potentially buy the morph that they want, or like how to market them. So instead of like just, you know, relying on like king snake or like morph market, they get desperate, they, you know, slicing their market like right away. If we can kind of like show them, okay, do this. Just follow this 1, 2, 3, 4.
The problem is a lot of people think that, oh, I've been in this for 6 months, I know everything. And so you're going to say something and they're going to be like, ah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Which is fine. I mean, you know, if they want to follow, it's fine.
But you'll be able to help the ones that want the help.
Exactly. So, like for example, right, when we gave away the Tom Scale set, even though I get a lot of hate, we just fine.
You? How did you get that? Was on my
channel. No, because they were saying like, oh, you should just, you know, give away like 2 for us instead of like 1 for Miguel, because he can just buy from, you know, whatever. Right? So I was like, yes, anyway.
I think something that this group does first and foremost really well is represent themselves that we're all animal lovers. And as long as that's the most important thing that we're doing is our passion for animals, and that's what we're representing, can't really go wrong.
I totally agree.
And I think that's what will give you longevity. And I've said this before, so a few breeders have come to me and said, like, you know, I can't, you know, my animals aren't selling, you know, they're not selling, you know, what are you doing? Well, I'm just being active in the community, I'm just helping people, you're building that foundation, people know who you are, so, you know, and that's the key. I don't believe you can just breed snakes or any type of reptiles or anything like that and then expect them to sell.
Right.
You've got to put the effort in. You've got to put the groundwork in.
People buy you. They don't buy your reptiles. You know, I want to be a good person, a good representation of what I'm selling on top of selling great.
That's
snakes.
actually a really good statement because people buy you,
Yeah.
like you, the brand, not the snake that you're trying to show it off. That's a really good statement.
There's 1,000 clowns.
Exactly. The fact that people
I bet you
there's a couple in here too.
Yeah, but
yeah. So I think that's important. I think it's you first, and then that's what markets. It's
Yeah.
In the we can keep going.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, yeah.
We can go forever.
Yeah,
But just in my selfish moment here, in the interest of the people watching on my channel, we sat the whole thing. How do we do a little end for? We can keep going, but I
Yeah,
just
let's go for at least like 5, 10 more minutes.
Okay, let's just keep going.
That'll be good. I mean, there's.
I only got an 8-hour drive ahead of me.
Yeah, I have a flight. We have to leave here at 6:30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so-
Well, let's just go until you have to fly.
So I mean, a raise of hands though. Carrie should get kicked out, right?
No, I can't. Man, I can't.
Sorry.
No, my arm did not go.
I didn't know who Carrie was.
I'm not coming back next year.
That's all we had to do.
So I will be back alone next year.
K Reptiles coming back next year.
B Reptiles. B.
Oh, B Reptiles.
Red wine.
All right, so real
Well, maybe
quick
Kate
also.
will be coming back and not me.
Adam, you're the only one that hasn't said one word.
I've been
What are your thoughts on everything?
On everything in
That
life.
we just touched.
That's a long talk.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Everything we just touched up on.
I was born in.
No, we're not
No, I agree with what everybody's saying and second it, right? Like, it's the love of the animals that has initially brought us all together, you know? And then there is the business hobby side of it as well. That gets discussed and everything. And at the end of the day, it's all about just having fun. You know, this is a passion, it's a hobby, and we all get to enjoy it together, and that's what's the most important thing.
Dang, now that's a clapper right there.
We keep. That's what I'm gonna end my video. Just in the interest of time.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a good way to end it actually for mine.
Right,
But we can keep going.
All right, well, let's take some questions from the. Oh, this is
from the audience.
All right, so something real quick. Let's go around real quick. We'll make this very easy. Like, we'll start off with Nick. What are you excited about project-wise for yourself? It's something we talked about. Remember, Gavin?
Yeah.
This will be really good.
For myself, I like obviously where the clown is going and getting multiple layers into it. I'm more into the dark, busy stuff. So everything that's happening right now is kind of already where I was going, which is great. And if I would have switched up and changed some brighter stuff when that came out, I would have been behind again if I hadn't stayed my course. What I've been doing right now. So my biggest thing is just do what you're passionate about, what you're going to be excited to hatch out and keep working on, because the market changes so much that if you try to stay relevant, unless you're buying breeders all the time, it's going to change. Stuff comes up, like with bananas. All of a sudden you only have males and the price floors.
Right.
You know, stuff happens. You can't control it.
Jim?
Yeah, I think like part of like what I do is you kind of look at Justin and you're always chasing a bit, you know, it's going to be hard to be in front of him for sure. But trying to find a vein or an avenue within a project that maybe he hasn't done, or a little tweak to make it different, to kind of make it your own. And sometimes it's just dumb luck, honestly. Like, you know, my first clutch this season was a bunch of like dumb luck. I mean, it was quality animals and there's forethought, you know, and some planning and stuff, but sometimes it's just dumb luck, just hitting the odds. Like I got railed last year. And
I remember, but then this year has been...
It's been nuts. Like every clutch I'm hitting triples and solid doubles, and then, you know, that first clutch, you know, 5 pieds and 5 ivories with other combos off of a head-to-head. Like, you never thought that. But you always can't control that. So, I mean, I'm excited about where some of this stuff has happened this year. But I've got I'm building a lot. I have a lot of recessive projects that I've got. that's my lack of focus in the beginning. Is like I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait a minute, you got to try to pull your. It's hard to walk through that place, and retain yourself. Like how do you do it? And like yes, no, like.
Discipline.
Yeah,
which is something I do not have.
It's like a muscle, right? It's like going to the gym. You gotta practice discipline to stay. Not that muscle.
The gym's over there.
Gym's there.
So I don't know, learning discipline and restraint and trying to stay focused into my stuff is the challenge. But not next year, the following year. I don't know. That's what I'm excited about because like all of that discipline and focus is going to start showing up, and it's just going to blow to high heaven. I'm amped.
Yeah.
I'm amped.
Yeah. What am I excited about?
Yes.
I saw this movie on Cinemax late night.
Good thing Tusk already
No, I do my bull snakes, I do my pieds, and I try to figure out what genes I want to bring into pied, and I'm not going to produce any world's first. That's not what I'm after, but I want to produce very cool and colorful snakes that when they come out of the egg, I'm like. Yeah, that's it, right there. That's what I was, spending 10 years getting. But no, it's all about the bull snakes for me. I love Pituophis, I love bull snakes, and I've got a ton of bull snake projects that that I will be making world's first with bull snakes. And not a lot of people are working with bull snakes, but it was the one snake that really sparked my love of reptiles. Wow. And
really cool
and I have a ton of them in my family. And it's one of the things that I'm passionate about. And so when you walk around Tinley, I saw one bull snake, and it was on my table. And so it's really a bummer, I mean, I wish more people are working with them, but I'm sold out. I have one left for the year, and I still have tons of ball pythons. But yeah, it's all about the bull snakes for me. I just love the guys, and it's not just because they finger paint with their crap.
I was going to ask you about that.
Do you hang those paintings on your fridge?
I do.
That would have been a great auction item.
Yes. Right.
I would have got. You got to save one for next year.
Yes.
You can frame it.
Right.
The whole 9 yards.
Hanging that art in my house keeps all the neighbors away.
That's funny.
Adam, what's your projects?
Let's see. So for ball pythons, puzzles, working some double recessives into puzzles, and maybe even some triple recessive stuff with that. So that's what I'm really focusing on. That and Desert Ghost, and then different species-wise, Solomon Island ground boas. And
nice.
Really excited about those. I've been picking up a lot of good stuff from DM Exotics recently.
Those people have cool stuff.
Dan
has a lot of great stuff.
Dan's the man. Some good stuff. And I got one of those, it's like very xanthic. There's almost no yellow or red.
Really?
Which for the ground boas is kind of odd. They normally get a lot of red in there. So super excited about that.
Wow.
Cool. Okay.
No, well, with me, obviously, I love ball pythons, all of them, pretty much. But it kind of goes back to, like, what I'm really, really excited about, honestly, because I know, like you were saying about Justin, it's hard to catch up to this guy. So I try to go in different ways, and try to, because I know I'm a very competitive person. I've been like that since I was, like, freaking, like, 2 years old. I literally could want to figure out ways of getting past him. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, like, oh, I want to, but I want to. I want to be up there. But I know by just grabbing his stuff, I won't ever get there. So I have to go a little ways around.
Well, you know where your bar is, and a lot of people don't, so that's good.
But I'm really, really excited about this year, and what I want to create, down the line are Viper boas. I have, been on, and I got to get from DM Exotics, and that's where my goal is, to like hatch these things, hold all the females, and sell all the males to Adam.
Wait, I thought you were giving me all.
Oh yeah. Like, no, but to me, it's kind of like with the bull snake, like something that I want to look into. I just grabbed some Viper bros from DM, and the last 3 that I got, all of them have red bellies. Yeah, those are cool. Like massively red bellies. And they look different from the other ones. So I'm just like, okay, but no one knows if that's an actual morph or something. But obviously, I'm hopefully, pray that I get them. So that's where my excitement's at.
Yeah, right on.
Chris,
I thought we go that way. What was the question?
What are you excited about your projects moving forward?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. what about if I say something else?
Sure.
So a lot of people trying to like really hard, right? Just like he said like earlier, trying to be like beat Justin, beat Ozzy. Forget about those two people to be. I mean, I love them a lot.
Yeah.
But for those that you know, like wanting to try, just don't give up, because when they look at that table, right? Like I was at Marcus Jane. I was like on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, people came to me like, "Oh my God, Chris, your collection is like just like insane." But when I was like at Mark's table, I was like feeling the same thing like those people. You know what I mean? So my point is like this: forget about and then trying to focus or like outbid them. Focus on what you have. Because to be honest with you, a lot of Justin stuff is starting from like chocolate. Like super chocolate, super cheap, so people sleep on it because they focus on things that they feel they cannot achieve. You know what I mean?
Can I say something real quick with what you just said, 'cause I know it's going perfect. Again, like focus on yourself. I think the main part is brand. Brand yourself, be confident with what you have, and seriously, that's going to be better than almost any other combination, because so-and-so can make this and so-and-so can make that, but if this person's confident and branded, like 100%, you're going to go with that person. So sorry, so go ahead.
No, it's fine. Because I show like some of them random projects to Ozzy. Even Ozzy was like, "What is that?" So I was like, "No, wait. I'm the one supposed to be like, you know what I mean?" So things like that. So for those people that never kind of like see us in person or like talk to us like directly, right? So don't feel down or don't feel like, oh, my collection sucks, whatever like that. Keep focus on it, keep working on it. So instead of like focusing on this like negative, right? Keep working on your collection and then produce something. And then spread out the word from there. I think that's gonna help you.
I think what people lose, and we'll go back to the whole exciting project thing. I think what people, Ozzy started from somewhere. Marcus Jane started from somewhere. Justin started from somewhere. We've all started from somewhere,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it took him 6 years before people kind of see, okay, that's Orange Dream. The only people that actually put the faith into him is Mark Mendick. The first guy that actually bought like us, I like that one, I want to buy it. The rest people like laughing. I was like, oh, that's a pastel.
That was the same with Greg. When Greg Graziani started taking the pastel pot. Pastel?
No, you're good. Just say you're good.
Pastel. But started taking the pastel.
Yes, please.
Whoa! No, Lisa, you stay back.
Jeez, just bring the whole thing down.
Bring it all. When Greg started doing the pastel, no one wanted. He took these babies. I think it was Tinley. I can't remember, but he took these babies. Could have been Daytona.
It was Daytona.
He took them babies, and there was only the bells.
No, it was. Nope. It's here.
Tracy Barker. No.
TSK, I think.
Tracy. No, let's be
the snake keeper.
It was TSK.
I know the bells were in it also.
I did a video on this whole thing and I can't remember it.
So there was basically one breeder that took the pastels off him. And they bred it straight into clown, straight away. Now, everyone started from somewhere. Do you know? Have we got? Let's just wait for it to come down. Just in case. Refreshment time.
I like Carrie even more now.
That's not Carrie. That is not Carrie.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Carrie. Oh my God, that is so perfect.
Do you want to?
Can we cut that part? Oh, here.
Are you doing?
So
thank God for those 15
we can probably edit this joke out, but you know what American beer and making love in a canoe has in common?
Nothing.
Do you know what uncut means?
Fantastic. What does American beer and making love in a canoe have in common?
Go on.
They're both fucking close to water. Thank you, yes.
That's pretty good.
So everyone started from somewhere. So ultimately, the new people getting into the hobby, when they think they won't stand a chance of getting where we are, or even where Ozzy or Mark or Justin are, they will. They've just got to stick at it. And that's something that again, You know, Ozzy did it. You know, he just took out the Orange Dream project. He had the original female given to him from Outback Reptiles, and the first clutch was like 4 eggs, I think, something like that. And then the next year she didn't go, so he just kept at it, and you know, kept working and putting the time and effort into it. So, but yeah, so projects, KB Reptiles.
For us, a couple of recessives, very simple. I mean, coming here and going through Tinley and seeing everybody's stuff, we work a little bit with Ultramel, Genetic Stripe, and Lavender Albino.
Albino or albino?
Albino.
Albino. Sorry, Gavin asked the question. I said it the UK way. Lavender albino. But yeah, those are three projects for us that we really, and we're focusing everything that we're either purchasing or producing is surrounded by those 3, and we're hoping to just keep making it bigger and bigger, because something like Genetic Stripe, as an example, in Canada is not the most massive gene, but Mutation Creation is doing a little bit with it. There's some other people, I said Billy, but there's a couple other people that are doing stuff with it, and we just want to keep adding to it and trying to go a couple of different directions and trying to see where it takes us. So I think
that's why you didn't buy anything from me this weekend.
You know what? And we make it a very clear point that when we make it clear that when we come to Tinley, we're not using any of the people who can ship to Canada, but we're strictly here to look and we're picking people's brains and, you know.
But I think it's like, now that we've been doing this for a few years, I think finally we have that sort of vision on where we want to go, and you know, why are you looking at me like that, Miguel?
Sorry, I'll look at Nick.
But like in all honesty, like you know, you start off and you're like, this is cool, you buy, and then you're like, wait, what are we going to do with all this stuff? And so finally we have this vision and this goal, and you know, maybe it's in a few years, maybe it's 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, whatever. But I think it's, you know, now we're kind of at that point, so we're excited to see where this stuff goes for sure. So.
What did I tell you about talking?
Should I go in the corner now?
I'm sure it's good. I'm sorry.
Right? Well, not a lot of people know about the project I'm working on, other projects I'm working on. Okay, the funny thing is, when I first came back from Hawaii to get back into snakes, I didn't even know there was morphs of snakes when I got back. I got my first snake when I was 4 years old. Long story short, moved to Hawaii, came back, and found out, I told my wife, we're going to get a snake when we move back. And she was like, what? Wow. But she's a very good woman, so I got a snake, and it was a ball python. And I got it at the same store that I got my first snake when I was 4 years old. Same place. I went there and I walked to this East Bay Bavaria. It's one of the oldest pet shops in the world, or in the country at least. Reptile pet shops. And I saw all these different snakes. I knew I wanted to get a ball python. I went to the store, and then I got all these different things. And like, here's a fire, and here's a hypo pinstripe, and here's this. And I didn't know what any of that meant. I was just looking at it and I was like, okay. I got a male ball python, which anyone who's getting into breeding projects knows you don't get a male first. But that wasn't my initial purpose, you know. But then as soon as I found out there were all these different things and the possibilities in this whole world of people breeding out here for all these different morphs, I did some research. I did a ton of research and looked at everything that was out there and like researched everywhere I could, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere on social media, talking to people in person, and decided the project I wanted to go for at that moment after seeing everything that was available and what could be possibly put together. And that morphs and changes a little bit as I learn more and more. You know, you get more experience, you talk to other people and see this and that. But it's that same project that I first started on when I first decided I was going to breed ball pythons. It's the same project I'm shooting for right now. Cool. And the truth is that I might not hit it until my kids are in high school or graduated. And then, you know, I just hatched one out like 6 months ago. So
I know what it is.
You know what it is? Yeah. He might have a little more inkling than other people what they.
So what you're saying is, regardless of the time scale you wanted to do, you were going to follow it through.
Right.
It just so happens you've hatched it earlier than what you expected.
No, I haven't hatched it yet.
Right.
I still got a long way to go on.
Right. So what you're saying is that passion will still stay there. That's where you go.
That's what
you
I'm
don't
going
care
for. No matter how many
take.
different morphs, no matter how many times I go to somebody else's table, I can appreciate, especially like with Justin's table, like I mentioned earlier, like how much I really appreciate the stuff on his table and how I think it's like some of the best stuff out there. That doesn't deter my path from what I had originally set out to do.
That's good. You're stronger than I am.
That's what I'm and that's where I'm still headed towards.
Just so you guys know, it's a hypopide sunset clown genetic stripe, desert ghost.
Ultra.
Just throwing that out there. Sorry. Sorry.
High school makes sense for his kid.
Was that high school for his kids or his grandchildren?
It might be grandchildren.
I mean, are you close to that?
Keep at it, Brian. Don't get those normal soon.
He's got the possets.
Yeah.
He's just got about the visuals.
Yeah, he has a bunch of posset.
All right, Lisa, your turn. Hi.
Hi. Whatever Jim said. I was never really into snakes. I was definitely afraid of snakes. And I decided to be the nice wife and let him bring home a corn snake at first. Scared the crap out of me.
Not anymore.
And then somebody donated a red-tailed boa to us.
Wow.
And I kind of developed a liking to it where I'd actually let it sit on me and I'd watch TV with it.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, my life's too crazy busy so I don't get involved. When I don't like being on camera, I don't like hearing myself or seeing myself.
It's awesome that you're here supporting him and
Yeah.
getting by side
Man, that's
smiling your way through.
Give me a cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Should we be cheering Lisa? Because Jim's the lucky one.
Yeah,
So that's pretty much, I mean, I support him with it, but, you know, so
that.
that's all.
Can I just say, for someone who's done a series for 10 years on Friends and not
that is
like
true.
The camera.
Oh my God, that is true.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Jennifer
recording Doc sitting next to her now.
That's so true.
Yeah. So,
Joel.
Joel.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Always a
Joel Bino.
Yeah.
If you go watch go subscribe to Joel's channel, you'll find out exactly what that's all about.
Yeah, for me right now, I feel like I had like a year of better than I'll probably ever do again. Like I feel like my odds this year, like talking about just hitting the odds were just so on my side. But this coming year, I mean, the project I'm most amped for is my double het sunset pied female just hit that 1,600 gram mark.
Nice.
Awesome. And then I have the male het also, and he's at just over 600, almost 700 grams. So
That's exciting.
Dude, I'm pumped for that. Like sunset is like the coolest thing in the world to me.
100%.
Like I love the sunset. Just the sunset. I don't care what anybody says about it browning
People who work
out.
with sunset are stupid.
Yeah.
And while we're on the sunset thing, dude, thank you for hatching that thing out because you sparked a whole new freaking look on the sunset after you did that inchy cinnamon. So we needed a applause for this. So thank you, Brian. I was posting that shit, so thank you.
That was a great visionary because Enchi Cinnamons, just when they hatch out, blow me away that they look that cool with just those two simple genes.
Yeah.
But then you saw the color palette match. And so I can really blow up a sunset.
Yeah.
These
It's
two things. So that's pretty cool.
So when you hit that sunset pied, because you are.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a
insane,
male,
man.
and then I'm going to take him and I'm going to breed.
You're going to get a 15-8 clutch, 10 of them are going to be the visuals.
You're gonna take
Power positivity.
Hell yeah,
that's right.
Gotta put
It will happen.
The desert goes clown right after that, and then do the, the clown pieds, because that's my ultimate goal is clown pieds. That's my favorite combo.
I don't know where you're gonna get the ingredients for that.
Yeah.
Lead a pied to a clown.
Weird.
That'll be hard though.
So I have these two snakes.
I feel like
I believe it's called a coral glow.
Clown
A coral glow pied and a normal pied, and they're both het for clown, or het clown, and I got it from this gentleman here, and they are awesome. The snakes that just silly. They're silly. The female eats constantly, like.
I'm silly. They take after me.
Well, it could be that, It could be that. I'm not going to rule anything out.
Brian, what do you know?
This has been a lot of fun, though. This has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody coming together and hanging out. Yeah, this is cool.
Just make sure we keep getting this
It's been awesome getting to know you.
Yeah,
so
likewise.
Cool. So cool. All the way,
All right,
Dun, 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 dun.
save yourself
nothing with albino.
I would like you to say Mojave, pastel.
Yeah, Mojave.
Can you say all those three?
Mojave.
No, but say that combination of those three.
Mojave, pastel, albino.
I want one of those. How do you like?
I got a quick favor real quick. Just look into the camera and go, make it so.
Make it so.
That was more epic than I thought it was. That's a different dialect. No, but before you go into since they're trying to make funny about how you talk, first of all, I wish I could speak like you because my English is horrible compared to yours. How do you say leucistic or leucistic?
Leucistic.
Yeah, that one is nice.
The Aussies say leucistic.
Do I?
The Aussies.
Oh, the Aussies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend some people.
And you.
The Aussies and me.
Well, here on that same vein, is it exanthic or exantic?
Bro,
I hear a lot of people.
The same thing.
Wait,
Because
you say two different words?
it's spelled with a TH, but people say exantic with just a T.
It's axanthic. There's no it's A's. It's the Z sound. It's like xylophone.
Okay, so Z, and is it TH or just a T?
TH. Thick.
If anybody's pronouncing it Azantic,
yeah,
I don't think English is their first language.
My computer always tells me I'm spelling it wrong.
Yeah.
I just go VPI.
Your projects.
So, I'll be honest with you, I've got quite a powerful male that I'm hoping will breed. He's a banana emperor pin clown.
Nice.
Yeah, but what I'm most excited for is pushing the pinstripe pied and the pinstripe clown combos. Again, another sleeper gene that I think, it's probably been around for what 20 years now, something like that.
Pin?
Pin.
Where are we? 2018? Yeah.
Yeah, about 20 years now. We've had the pin, and I do think that's an exciting project. That for me is what I'm just a pin pied or a pin. You've hit some awesome pin combos.
Yeah, I love pinstripe.
For me, that excites me. But being honest, everything does.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I'm hatching, and it's just crazy.
Pin is cool because it's a very dominant trait.
It is. Yeah.
So to find things that that it won't overpower too much or that will work well with, that's a challenge.
Yeah. And it works well with pies too because it actually keeps more of the pattern too. So it's
and
you
the colours,
speckling.
the colours it brings in,
Yeah.
the orange that it brings in as well. But I did make some. So talking about the Gene X project as well. So I made some double het clown pied Gene X stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that, just to see what it would look like and what it does to the clown, and obviously the clown pied, because Justin showed us what he can do in the pied with the oranges and stuff like that. So enhance everything. So yeah, but I just love for me, it's not world's first, it's world's best.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think
cheers to that.
If you can, world's best. If you can get away from wanting to be that world's first and just throwing them genes in, if you can concentrate on the quality that you're going to put together, like what we all say, quality in, quality out. It doesn't matter if it's been a world's first, but if you can stand there and go, like today, I've seen some animals, and you just look at them and you just like puzzles. I love puzzle. That's the next thing I want to get into. I saw some puzzles today that were okay, but then I saw some next level puzzles. That was just
I agree with you on that.
Wow,
there's a difference between puzzles.
So I would not just get that puzzle project because it's cheap and it's a puzzle. I'm going to pay that little bit more, and I'm going to get the best example.
Yes,
100%.
Because we saw that and at Tinley where we saw some puzzles like. Yeah, I'm not too excited about it. Then I saw the other ones, I'm like, holy shit, this is the best fucking recessive gene right now. It's like one of those things.
Ozzy's Super OD puzzle was just out of this world.
Well, that thing was garbage.
I saw...
That thing was amazing.
Was that one of the ones you didn't like?
No, I really love that thing, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, I saw a bamboo puzzle.
I need to stop this because I need to get my Uber and...
you gotta go to the airport, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're ordering the Uber for you got a couple minutes?
Let me see how much we're in this.
Because I'd like to throw out just one last question that maybe feed, because I still consider myself a noob.
Same here.
I've been breeding 3 years in production. And I know a lot of people getting started. If anybody wants to jump in, in the beginning when you're starting out, what's one big mistake, or you feel was a mistake that was made in the beginning?
Don't buy males.
That you could that you could share.
That's a good question.
That you could share to help
that is a
somebody
very good
stop
question.
and bypass that.
Yeah, that right there. Nick nailed it. Don't buy males.
Don't buy males.
Because that
and
girls.
If you're looking to breed, don't buy males.
I bought a bunch of single gene females. Took the 1.5, 3 years to grow them up, and now I've been to Tinley 3 years in a row now. And every year at Tinley, I buy a powerhouse male or two that I'm looking to throw to all these single gene females that are now 2,500, 3,000 and up grams, giving me nice, beautiful clutches. But if I would have bought all those males, I would have been totally irrelevant.
Right.
Yeah. I think the one thing I will say to people, advice-wise, is think before you buy. Plan your projects.
Gosh, that's what I was gonna say. Don't just buy snakes.
Yeah.
Quit just buying snakes.
Have a 5 to 10 year plan.
Yeah. Have a purpose to your purchases, because it's more rewarding. B, you're gonna produce things that are the next level. You know,
and I think that's where like the marketing of the person comes in, because if you're starting and you're struggling with that plan, dude, that's what I'm here for, right? Like I'll share my mistakes. I'll share what might help, and then start a 2-year plan, a 3-year plan, and then eventually, once, like you said, like we've been doing this 3 or 4 years now. Like now we know what we want to do. So pull some of that experience from the person you're going to buy from, and develop a short-term plan. And then as you get experience, you'll get the long-term plans will just start coming.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that if you want to maximize your breeding program, buy het females with the genes that you want, and then buy a powerhouse male that is het for or visual for whatever your female's hets are, but with a couple of codom genes thrown in there. And that way you're going to get just a whole mix of everything that you want in the clutch. And it's also going to be cheaper that way to produce those.
That, and by the time you grow out your females, and you kind of see, because there's always something different every year. And by the time those females are getting up to size, then you really look at that male and be like, okay, what do I really know? Instead of getting it right there and then, you're kind of like, oh man, I should have grabbed this.
Yeah,
so
the hot gene is now changed, right? Or it's cheaper.
All right, guys, I have to go because I don't want to be late.
Later, buddy. All right.
Well, that's the end of this show.
Sorry, guys. I lost my jacket at the auction. Just in case you guys wanted to know. Did you really?
Well, my sweatshirt.
You never found it?
Real quick. No.
Oh. Sweet baby Jesus.
I know.
All right.
Hopefully you're